stuff away and check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees. Burns under my feet. Won't you have a drink with me? We head into town, see what it's about. Barely need a shirt though the sun has almost set. Make the most of it. I know we will dance and sing. There's a heat wave. There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire.
The next day.
I'd like to help you. Where's Reagan?
In here with us.
Avoid conversations with the demon. The demon is a liar. He will mix lies with the truth
Why, Dimmy?
to attack us. Do not listen.
That thing isn't my daughter.
It is he who commands you. The power of Christ compels you.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Yo, what's up, film feasting, and welcome back to another video. I just got done watching 1970s The Exorcist, the first of the Exorcist movies, and it's going to be the start of my review of every single Exorcist movie until Exorcist Believer comes out. So let's go. So in this movie, we follow a 12-year-old girl that gruesome demonic procession leads her desperate mother to call in two priests to save her in a victorious battle of good versus evil. The Exorcist, man. As some of you pointed out, I mean like a lot of you pointed out, just look at this. In my trailer reaction for the 6th film, coming October. Yes, I hadn't watched this before now. The Exorcist, the old classic Exorcist from 1973. I haven't watched it until now. I don't know why I haven't, but I haven't. And honestly, but here I am, you know. So what is the positives of this movie? So this might shock you guys, and you guys might unsubscribe. But I'm not impressed with the movie. I'm sorry, but I'm not impressed with this movie. I know it's very 70s and it's very old. But I don't really have any much. I do have some positive I can say about this movie, but the rest of it is just negatives, honestly. I'm sorry, but this is my genuine thoughts about this movie. But what I do have is that Linda Blair as the actor as Regan, amazing. She was amazing as this kid, and the demon possessing her, just amazing, honestly. And then like other cast like Ellen Burstyn, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, as a mother. I just found her all right. Honestly, nothing amazing or nothing too bad. It was just in the middle, honestly. And then they are really trying to balance a lot of people in this movie, and I feel like it does pretty well. It honestly does pretty well on balancing doctors, priests, and a lot of more characters. And I feel like they executed that pretty well in this movie. And the last positive I'm going to say about this movie, and that is, honestly, I just like the tone and overall vibe of this movie. The bluish color that you can see in this movie, I feel like is amazing in this film. And most modern films or Exorcist films use this orange-ish color that, I mean, it's alright, but I really do like the bluish color more, and just, it is better, honestly. And then that's where the positive ends for me. I think I can say that I enjoyed this movie a little bit. It has so many flaws. I'm sorry, but I can start off with the pacing. The pacing of this movie is way too slow, man. You want to see what I was doing? I almost fell asleep during this movie. Like, what? During an Exorcist movie, I almost fell asleep. And it's the old classic one. Oh, you guys are hating me right now. I can just see the hate comments. Oh my god. This movie is 2 hours long. I'm sorry, but 2 hours. It doesn't need to be 2 hours long. Am I the only one that feels like it's too long? Like, there's so many unnecessary scenes that could have just been cut out of the whole movie. Am I the only one? Please correct me in the comments. Please. Because this, honestly, it was boring. Like, many scenes were boring. Some were pretty cool, actually, but honestly, most of the scenes was just sitting there almost falling asleep. Even, like, I don't know. I watched a 3 hours biopic that was just talking. And I liked that better than The Exorcist. That was 2 hours of almost all talking. Like, huh? How does that make sense? But The Exorcist is just, like I said, the pacing, and there's so many unnecessary scenes in this movie. Doesn't work, honestly. Okay, I wanted to also mention the opening scenes. That was also very unnecessary. What was the whole point of that Indiana Jones thing? At the start, I was actually, are we like, hello? Is this the right movie? And maybe I'm just nitpicking here with that one. I'll give you that one, okay? I'll give you that one, okay? But like, what was the point? What was the point of it? And then we have like the dialogue. The dialogue honestly was a bit weird for me. Like, it's not the acting, but it's the dialogue that makes the movie weird, and it's very like 50s style. And yeah, I know it's from the 1973, I'm sorry, but like, still, I feel like most older movies I've seen better ones, honestly. For me, this movie doesn't hold up to hype, doesn't hold up to this day. If you're going to ask me if this is going to hold up, no. It's just a big negative also is the exorcism. That's even the title of this movie, The Exorcist. And when it comes to the exorcism, it honestly doesn't do that well. Honestly, I just enjoy more exorcisms in other movies like The Conjuring or like the Pope's Exorcist. I was really cool. But like, this exorcism wasn't great. This wasn't executed well. And the story, oh god, it was simple. I'm probably just nitpicking, but still, the simple ending. Come on, and honestly, why is there so much talking? Sorry, it's a 2 hour long movie. Why is there so much talking? Why? I was honestly really excited for this movie. And after I watched it, this was really, honestly, kind of disappointing. My biggest negatives are just the pacing, the dialogue, the unnecessary scenes, and this is honestly just not scary. I'm sorry, the CGI and stuff like that, just not good. I know I'm not gonna judge the CGI, but I'm gonna judge the scariness. And it's scary? No, not for me at least. I wasn't scared at all. I was like kind of laughing, but this was, honestly, it was a little bit fun. So overall, this movie was pretty disappointing, and I'm not impressed. So for 1973's The Exorcist, I'm giving horror 1 point. it is an old film, and I shouldn't judge the scariness or the CGI because we have something like The Conjuring and stuff like that. This was not scary, and I guess there are some ugly moments, I guess, especially with those needles. If you're like very just doesn't tackle needles and stuff like that and blood, maybe you don't like that because the needle scenes are pretty ugly for some people. But that's probably just that is the scariness. And now for acting and dialogue, I'm giving it 2 points. The acting was just fine, nothing really good or bad. But the standout is Linda Blair as Regan and the demonic form, really good. And then the dialogue was just weird for me. And now for storytelling, I'm giving it 2 points. The story was alright, and it's the start of the Exorcist genre, but it has the simplest of endings. Now, did I like it? Does it deserve 1 more point? I'll give it half a point. It was somewhat fun, but mostly boring. So if I just add those up, that'll be 5 points with half a bonus point. That'll be 5.5 points. So with that, I'll be ranking this movie 5.5 out of 10, or a 2.5 out of 5 stars if you're counting Letterboxd, Rotten Tomatoes, or any other ranked places with stars. If I were to give it a critically rating, I would have to give it a B-. I would probably recommend this movie as a one-time watch if you really just want to watch an old classicer, I guess. Watch this one. It was disappointing for me. Hopefully you guys like it better. But that's just my review of this movie. Now I leave it up to you. What do you like or dislike about this movie? And don't forget to follow me on X. I post there mostly daily, and I might just give some trailer reactions, and just more stuff, community stuff. But also I have a subscriber goal of 500 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you don't mind, you like and subscribe to this channel, that would mean so much to me. It would just warm my heart if you do that. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.